Ishuboy Nungunan in the house, back with another bang on video. Well, ladies and gentlemen, something really special for you guys. Mikel Arteta was joined by David Luiz and Hector Bellerin as they have arrived for training in a large number with players returning back to England. Well, under the new measures, individual training is allowed while groups of no more than 5 players are permitted on the pitch while training times. Let's see how this will turn out to be. Well, you've already seen the thumbnail. I've already seen. I've already told you guys about it. You just have got a glimpse about it. But well, it is suggested that a transfer seeing Arsenal paying money and inserting Mkhitaryan for Justin Kluivert could be the answer to all the problems because Justin Kluivert is also represented by Mino Raiola. Well, the numbers suggested by the newspaper are along the lines of Armenian plus 12 to 15 million euros for Justin Kluivert, and that, my friends, would be enough to meet the valuation to buy Justin Kluivert from AS Roma. Well, not only this, Arsenal are very much interested in signing Benfica's Rafa Silva. Well, the player is open to joining Arsenal, but only after being crowned champions. Well, let's see if that is going to be working for Arsenal or not. Well, Arsenal are ready to launch £20 million transfer bid for midfielder Ibrahima Diallo. The Gunners have watched Diallo several times this season and believe he could develop into a dominant player in his position. Also, here's the biggest fact. Arsenal are among the clubs keeping an eye on Borussia Mönchengladbach striker Alassane player. Well, unbelievable. Like it's a flurry of players being linked with Arsenal right now again because in the middle during some days, it was not quite unlikely to see Arsenal being linked with anyone else. But it's probably we are back to the same old situation where Arsenal are linked with pretty much every single player on the pitch that can walk. Well, moving on. Arsenal have held talks with Borussia Dortmund over signing Manuel Akanji last summer until Paris Saint-Germain offered 32 million euros for Abdou Diallo, which actually sacrificed Dortmund to actually not let both the centre halves go at the same time. Morgan Sanson is keen on the move to the Premier League. Morgan's agent Pini Zahavi has initiated discussions with Arsenal, Tottenham and Everton. Marseille want at least 30 million euros for the player. Well, Gunners have a keen interest in signing Morgan Sanson, but let's see if they're going to bring him to the Premier League, to their club or not. Gunners have made contact with Manuel Akanji in the January with a view to the summer transfer market. Well, the Akanji file is still on the Arsenal boss's table. Another move at the end of the season is definitely conceivable. Well, let me know which centre back would you want to come to Arsenal because we're linked with really too many of them right now. Ashley Cole revealed Didier Drogba's Champions League final equaliser is a blur. Well, the Ivorian powered in a bullet header in 2 minutes to go against Bayern Munich in 2012 before going on to slot home the winning penalty in the shootout. He says, the Drogba goal was a blur, really. I was physically and mentally drained, but after the goal went in, I was ready to go again and knew we could win. That was a really brilliant goal because it actually brought a lot of hopes in the players. Well, moving on. Well, it is understood that the 6 positive tests from 748 players were from the 19 Premier League clubs. The final side, as yet unnamed, are understood to have conducted their checks today. And ladies and gentlemen, I found out who that is. You'll wait and see because actually more on it. Actually, the Premier League had issued a statement stating that the Premier League can today confirm that on Sunday 17th May and Monday 18th May, 748 players and club staff were tested for COVID-19. Of these, 6 have tested positive from 3 clubs. Players or club staff who have tested positive will now self-isolate for a period of 7 days. The Premier League is providing this aggregated information for the purposes of competition integrity and oversight. No specific details as to clubs or individuals will be provided by the Premier League due to legal and operational requirements. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Arsenal stars were snapped arriving at work, but the problem is if these kind of situations keep on coming up, I think it could be trouble. It could really mean a lot of trouble. But moving on, Hector Bellerin says social media can be great in getting that contact with fans, but it can be hard. You have to learn to deal with it. When the abuse happens, you want to write back, but you realize for every one bad message, you can have 100 good messages, but that you don't notice so much. Also, on helping young players to settle in, Bellerin says it can be hard coming into a dressing room when you have senior players questioning why you are doing something. But it's important that the next generation are true to themselves. If I can help them to do that, then I'm happy to do so. And about Mikel Arteta, Bellerin says Mikel Arteta, when he was at Arsenal as a player, would give me financial advice and even life advice. Even then, he was showing the leadership qualities back then that makes him a manager. Lucas Podolski has spoken about Mesut Ozil. He says, there is no discussion for me. He's a great player. Sometimes there is a problem with the coach or there could be an injury. I think it's a better fit than before. They have played together and know each other. About Mikel Arteta, Podolski says Arteta is back at Arsenal and you see the team is much more organized, more fight and discipline. I hope they can build a good team for the next couple of years. They can do it, but they have to work together. Well, that could be his position, but let's see how that will turn out to be. Arsenal are the club that has actually shown the most interest so far in signing Layman Kurzawa. Barcelona are also attentive to his situation, and so are Atletico Madrid. Well, talking about a transfer news and everything, Arsenal are considering selling Lucas Herrera in the summer to use the extra money so that they could buy some other players. But here's the club that is actually involved. Watford, ladies and gentlemen, is the worst hit club in the first round of Premier League COVID-19 testing so far, with 3 positive results. 1 player and 2 staffs have been positive among the six people who have tested positive. All okay, will self-isolate for 7 days. Also, the Watford have resumed training today for first time since football stopped, but a number of players have decided not to take part on top of the 3 first-team employees who received positive results from the COVID tests done. Well, these were the news of the day. I hope you enjoyed whatever came your way. All the views and news and everything about Arsenal comes on this platform every single day, twice. So what you have to do is subscribe with that bell icon, because when you do that, you get 2 videos about Arsenal every single day. Please help me reach 5,000 subscribers as soon as possible, because that is a stop that we need to actually achieve and pass by. I will see you in my next video. Until then, cheers.